Hi class, welcome to the Understanding the Case Study assignment video. This video will help you understand one of the major assignments in the course, the case study. The case study is due April 1st and it's worth 20% of your grade. As always, we'll begin with where do you locate the documents we're going to be reviewing. Because it's a major assignment, look in the Major Assignments folder on the course site. You'll find the Major Assignments folder at the top above the weekly modules. If you open the Major Assignments, you'll see the major assignments, some of which have been discussed already. You'll see the teacher narrative, and you'll see the folder for the case study analysis. If you go into the case study analysis folder, you'll see some important resources, including the instructions and grading rubric, a link to a PDF called Case Studies in Educational Psychology, where the case studies themselves are located, some resources about recording PowerPoint audio, and a link to submit the assignment. Let's open up the instructions and talk about the assignment specifically. Please note that it is due April 1st, but it may be submitted up to a week late with a 10% point penalty, and it may be revised. How do you go about doing this assignment? First of all, you're going to go to the link we just discussed that contains the PDF of the case studies, and you're going to select one of the case studies shown in the list to read. Please don't select another case study unless you contact me to get permission. These are the case studies which you're allowed to cover. You need to select one. You're going to carefully read the case study, and I suggest you make notes as you go along. These case studies are fairly rich in detail, and there's a lot to think about, so you might want to read it a number of times. Once you think you have a clear picture of what's involved in the case study, then you're going to select two of the educational theorists we've been studying. This is the list of theorists you may select: Piaget, Vygotsky, Erikson, Kohlberg, Skinner, Bandura, Dweck, and Eccles. We've gotten to some of these and we're getting to the others in the next few weeks. Please don't select another theorist outside of this list unless you discuss it with me. Review the course information, lectures, textbook, etc. on the theorist and be clear about what the theory is they're describing. So for example, if you select Piaget, you're going to use his theory of cognitive development. And you should know what that theory entails. You need to select two theorists. Then you're going to prepare a PowerPoint. There is no paper for this assignment. It's all a PowerPoint with audio. What will your PowerPoint look like? I give you the slides here. You need to have a title slide with your name, the title of your presentation, and the title of the case study. You need to have an introduction to the case. This is where you summarize the case. And it shouldn't be an extremely detailed summary, but it should be enough of a summary to give the viewer an understanding of the case study in case they haven't read it. Please don't copy text verbatim from the case study. I can't emphasize this enough. If you do copy and paste text right from the case study, you will be given a 0 and told to redo the assignment. So you need to put things in your own words. Think of the introduction as the sort of summary or Reader's Digest version of the case. Short, brief, to the point, but tells the viewer exactly what is going on. The next slide should be a summary of the problem in the case study. All of these case studies involve problems that students and teachers are grappling with in the classroom. So what is the problem here? The next few slides should be a description of the two theories you have chosen. So for example, if you've chosen Piaget's theory of cognitive development, you're going to give a summary of the key features of this theory. Again, don't copy and paste from the textbook. Put things into your own words. Sometimes people give way too little or way too much on these theories. It should be somewhere in between. Pull out the pertinent facts that you think are relevant to your case study. After you've described the two theories, then you provide a couple of slides on the recommendations for addressing the problem in the case study. And these recommendations should be aligned with the theories. For example, if you choose to use Skinner's operant conditioning theory, that's all about motivating students' behavior with rewards and using punishments. So somewhere in your recommendation, you need to have the use of rewards and punishments. So don't just throw any recommendation out there. Think about what the theory or theorist would suggest as a recommendation that's aligned with his or her theory. Write a deep and meaningful reflection about what you learned from this assignment. Students sometimes write conclusions, and a conclusion sounds like this. In conclusion, I enjoyed doing this assignment, and I learned a lot. A reflection instead thinks back over your own performance and what you learned. A reflection might sound like this. I struggled sometimes with the assignment, aligning the theories with the strategies, but I came to understand that strategies flow out of theories. Or I came to understand Piaget's theory better, and here's how I could apply it in the classroom. Do you hear the difference between a conclusion and a reflection? If you're struggling, there are questions on the instructions that help you write a reflection. What did you learn? What surprised you? What went well? With what did you struggle? What would you like to learn more about? Was it easy or difficult for you to see the alignment between theories and strategies? Why? You must have references. 3 or more references. I'm not requiring citations in the PowerPoint, but put 3 references of sources you used. One of them may be your textbook. So you'll probably want to use your textbook, maybe one of the articles we've read in class, or something from the internet. As always, alphabetize your references and make sure that they're in proper APA format. Once your PowerPoint is done, then you're going to record a narration as if you were giving this to the class. So you're going to introduce yourself, you're going to read your title slide, you're going to skip through each slide, and you're going to create a PowerPoint with audio. Then you're going to save it and submit your PowerPoint with audio to the submission link in the assignment folder by April 1st. If you need to make your file size smaller, I've put how you can compress your file in PowerPoint at the link there. Most of the audio, though, as long as you're not converting it to a video, most of the audio files upload easily. If you don't know how to record an audio in PowerPoint, there are many resources on the web to help you do that, and I've included some resources in the folder for the assignment. It's quite simple. Let's take a look at how your assignment will be graded. I've included a rubric with 0 to 2 points for each of the following elements: your title slide, your introduction to the case study, your summary of the problem, your description of 2 theories. For each theory, you need to have 2 recommendations, so a total of 4 recommendations in all that align with the theories. I've also included an element for your reflection, your references, the recording of the presentation, and your convention, that is your spelling and grammar and that type of thing. That's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email.